Rondo, I finna slam dunk. Get big on you fake pumps. That pump ain't no fake pump. Bitch fell for the pump fake. Got him talking like first take. Get it right on the first take. Hit the hole in the first.
Mike. All right. Yeah, man. Another episode of Sit Down with Slim. We back, man. Got my nigga Maine back, dog.
What's up?
I ain't mean to say the N-word from the beginning, too, man. You know, we gotta, we monetize around here. Hey, bro, congrats on your 1,000 subscribers, too, bro. You ain't making a big deal, but I'm making it a big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, appreciate it.
Why you ain't want to celebrate like everybody else? You know, niggas be on social media trying to get their pats on the back.
Job's not done.
All right, Kobe. All right. Hey, we don't... Hey, we don't do the Kobe jokes.
No, you don't.
Chill.
Nah, but seriously, the job not done. But in all seriousness, I know it's going to sound like you just trying to say some motivational stuff, but in all seriousness, like that's not something. It's funny. It's full circle talking to you about it because that's not something that you remember. I'm very hard headed with certain things. Like I didn't want to start my YouTube. You were like, yo, you gotta stop putting on YouTube. Stop putting on YouTube. Start filming your podcast. I'm like, okay. I just fuck off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then obviously after a while, I'm like, all right, cool, let's try it. I liked it. My first one was Wayne. Shout out to Wayne. And then you was filming from there. And then I kind of started up on my own camera and started filming and started doing YouTube. But you always talk about subscribers. I ain't know none of that stuff really meant at the time. Cause I'm just like, I just know podcasts and numbers, like listens. That's all I really cared about. How many people listening and who's saying something about the episodes I'm doing. So, I don't know. I guess from then on, which was 2020, 2021 maybe, I don't know, something like that.
It was that long ago?
Right before COVID.
Oh, yeah, right before COVID.
Right around that time. And really, I didn't know it was a big feature to hit 1,000. I'm thinking I'm behind. You know what I'm saying? I guess I'm thinking that because I don't page watch either. So, I never watch your page. I don't watch no other podcaster page like in the area or around. Even the top notch Joe, but I don't watch I just watch the content. Mm-hmm. So I never knew like subs was that deep until you break down the business part of it, the monetize and business part of things like watch time and why that matters. So you get 1,000 subscribers, I'm a 10% person. I feel like 10% is a true number of whatever number you think you got. So if you got 1,000 subscribers, I feel like I got 100 people really watching week after week. So my watch time, I'm hoping I put an hour out, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that, depending. So I think that's how I look at it. I don't look at it like it's a big deal, like, 1,000, I want to get 2,000 now. That's good, but I'm not like, I ain't getting no itch scratching, like, I got to get more subscribers now. I just feel like you keep doing whatever you're doing and you get them.
Yeah. I know when I first started podcasting, I was really, really chasing them numbers, but I quickly realized that you're going to burn out real quick doing that, and you're going to find yourself doing some disgusting content.
Yeah, you're probably right. I would say I ain't never going to tell anybody not to have no goal. I do think having a goal is super important in any facet of life, but definitely in podcasting, we want to be goal-driven. If not number-driven per se, but goal-driven. And if a number is your goal, then that's cool, but, you got to do certain things to attain that goal. We always talk about it, I know probably like I hate rappers, but rappers are like the prime example, like bragging about stuff that's not stuff to brag about. I got 5K views on XYZ, but it's not even on your page. It's on a paid, platinum, paid program, whatever, and they inflate the numbers for you. They putting on all these pages for you. They bought they following anyway, so they bought they following. You bought a placement. They placed on they paid. Following thing they got, and you got 5K views, but
the bots.
But what did that do for you? Are you getting 5K a show now? You know what I'm saying? Can you pack a room of 50 people? So to me, it never like that's one thing. That's another thing. That's why even we doing a live show and stuff now, like I feel like that's a good way to challenge myself on like all these accolades we give ourselves. Then you do something like that. I feel like you got to challenge yourself some way, shape, or form, and that's a good way to challenge yourself. How the room gonna look? That should either make you feel like you him or humble you in the sense of like, okay, I got more work to do, and you go from there. So when I see people like celebrating for numbers, I never been that person. I never celebrate for numbers. Recently, I did get like 5,000 likes on an Instagram post, and they gave me like a thing. I screenshot and put on a thing, but that was more so for him and them being from Thompson. I think, Thompson just a city. It's an outskirt city, but anybody, and you can test it. Anybody ever had Thompson? They get amazing support.
Yeah.
Go do a Thompson person on your page. You're gonna see new subscribers, comments. They love their people, bro.
Yeah.
It's something about Thompson. They love their people, and that's where Vontigo was from. So it just, and then that was one of the things. I'm a person that I don't take advice a lot, but the dude David was like, shout out David Bear. He was like, yo, it's as a partner. When he talked about Gilbert Arenas, you should make that a clip. So you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, cool. I'm not doing that, nigga. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I made it though, but I never put it out.
Yeah.
And then one day I said, let me see. And I put out like in the wrong time of day, like 7 p.m. or some wild, on a Sunday or something like that. And on a Saturday, no lie. Sunday night.
Did the gambling thing happen?
It was after. It was last week.
Okay.
And Sunday night, Gilbert Arenas reposted it. So everything he said was gonna happen, David said it happened. Like people was already liking it. It had already got like thousands of likes and it was like 40 something K views or whatever. And then when Gilbert Arenas, I seen he had comment on there. I didn't know it was him. I went to my page like that him. It was him for us. Oh shit! But then I went to the page. He reposted it. Instagram got that new feature you can repost.
Mm-hmm.
He reposted it, and when he reposted it, it went up for real. Then it's in hundreds of thousands now. So I thought that was cool. I ain't never say nothing to him. I just liked the comment and kept moving. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no big deal for me, but some people like that stuff. I just think like job's not done. That's just one clip for me. I'm not a basketball podcast, so.
So do you care about the views and the money?
I care about the money. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I got kids. Yeah, so man, and honestly, if I could, I would want to do this full time. I would love to have a space where, in the ideal world, I can make what I'm making now. I ain't gotta make $150,000. I don't have to do that. I would like to, but I could be fine with what I'm making now if I could wake up, go to a spot where it's like they say a content house or whatever, I don't know, or office, and like set up my interviews or post my stuff for the week or whatever. Like I can make posting from Monday through Friday and schedule times of clips to post, and I'll do that all day. I'll love to do that. It'd be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? That ain't what God got in plan for me right now. So
so
working.
How do you think you work towards getting there though? I'm asking that question because I want to know for myself too.
We've been doing this a long time, bro. Like
I know, but you're the most consistent person I know.
But it's not to compare my story or your story to other people's stories. When you hear these stories of artists and or people, and I call it art because I feel like podcast is the art. And if you're not looking at it as art, then you probably shouldn't be in this space. But I look at artists, none of them have this overnight story. At least not the ones that last.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a 3, 4, 6, 8, 10-year story of they tried. So I've been doing this since 2016, so it'll be 9 years, and this is my first live show I'm about to do. So even thinking about in that sense, like maybe behind the 8 ball on certain things, but also we went through COVID, we went through a lot of different things that probably hindered us from, propelling or whatever, or we just didn't take certain opportunities we didn't propel. But I as far as getting there, I think you gotta take a risk. Like I really feel like you gotta take a risk. I don't feel like this is something you can do that's safe. I feel like it's been times I'm sure you as well been doing it safe. Like I'm doing what's safe and what's comfortable. And I feel like if you want to get to that next level, you gotta take a risk. Mm-hmm. So you gotta do something, and I don't mean risk like you gotta take your savings and put it in. I ain't saying that. I'm saying risk like do something that's uncomfortable, and then you kind of go from there. See how that makes you feel.
Bro, it's funny you say that because a lot of people that want to get into podcasting, that's one of the first things they talk to me about is money and equipment. And I always tell them like, bro, you probably got almost everything you need right now to start a podcast. You just have to start it. If you go into it spending too much money, because I learned firsthand, if you go into it spending too much money, you're gonna look crazy, especially when you expecting this return on your investment the first year.
Yeah,
you really gonna go out bad.
I really think in all areas of the word podcast though, we got to remember that it's really about some things that's intangible too. It's like your voice, your presence on a microphone, your presence in a conversation, how you speak, how you talk, how you are in conversation. Like, can you ask questions? Can you think differently outside the box than a group of 4? Can you do good group think? It's so much stuff to Can you be charismatic? can you sit there and have an intelligent conversation for a little while? It's like so many different ways and styles of podcasting that you're gonna have to have all in one these days because every other day there's another podcast coming out. So you gotta kind of set yourself apart, and then the equipment come into play.
Yeah.
That's what you need before you even sit down and buy anything, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And then you go from there. I would not trying to be like but I would get one mic. Or you need one mic first. See what you can do on your own first.
Yeah.
Then go from there. You always had to grow up with like people say, "Oh, me and my friends on the phone. We need a podcast." And like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
You just need a phone plan. You
Yeah.
got that already. You good. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a good investment.
Yeah.
You paying your $100 for your phone bill per month. You talking to your friend about stuff you don't care about. Keep it that way. But some people want to invest in the pod and do all that stuff.
And basically, for the people listening, what he's saying is those old debates y'all been debating since 2004. LeBron versus Jordan. What else? Tupac versus Biggie. That shit is over with. Don't nobody want to hear that shit no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, you ain't lying.
Do not buy no $2,000 setup to debate LeBron versus Jordan. We don't want to hear that shit no more. Really talk about something you want to do a podcast.
Yeah, and like I said, it's about standing out, standing apart, and I don't know, depending on where you're at in the world and what your target audience too. Like it's so much business oriented now than it was when you first started.
How you feel about that though?
I feel great about it. Like I like that in the sense of if you know your target audience or if you have a niche where you can stay and be successful, then you target that. But you got people that's coming out and they don't have no target audience. They just think that the combos that them and their friends have, we want to hear.
Yeah.
And we don't. Or they think that, I could buy a nice camera, which you can, technically speaking. You can buy a nice camera and that be that. But there's so many questions I have to ask you sometimes because I don't know the settings. I had to learn the settings. I don't know filters and stuff like that. It's some stuff you don't know. And a nice camera only going to take you but so far.
Yeah.
So now the quality is off. Or maybe you can't set up your stuff, so now the sound quality off, picking great guests. You think you got a good guest because they talented and they might be, but then they can't talk worth a damn. So now the content is off there because you asking questions. They like, yeah, I think so. And you trying to carry the conversation. So every question now you asking is also with a 2 and 3 minute backstory because you low key trying to tell them how to answer the question.
Yeah.
And then they answer it and they say, you about right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right. But in your mind, you thinking that the podcast gonna go great because they phenomenal and they talented at what they do. But everybody's not a conversationalist. Everybody can't talk. Everybody don't like the lights and the camera and the action. It scared them.
I was thinking about that when I seen Shannon Sharp's interview with Scarface. He was asking Scarface questions and he was like, yeah.
And that's why, and I feel like a lot of that is because too, like when people come on these podcasts, they're not supporting it beforehand, so they don't know what to expect.
Yeah,
they're not watching it. I feel like like I did the dude Vince Lewis, Latasha Lewis brother. And which is funny because I remember you filmed the episode too.
Yeah,
they had COVID that day, but it's not a big deal. But he was like, I watched this stuff. When he came on, like, I'm trying to give him the rundown. I feel like a quick rundown is cool when you're doing the episode. Yo, this is what I'm doing. He said, hey, bro, I watch your stuff, bro. I know what you need. I'm good. I was like, all right. I was a little nervous. I'm like, this nigga here, that sounds a little weird. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Vince, my guy. But
yeah.
Nah, he was right. He knew how to answer the questions. He knew when I was joking. When I pressed the button, he could tell. Like, it's certain things he just knew. So I knew he knew his stuff. So those kind of guests you went on. People that actually supporting and feel like they can add to what your target audience is. So
yeah, because you don't want nobody to come in there and they shocked by what's going on. Like I just keep thinking about if you never seen Tommy's podcast and you come into Tommy's podcast and you don't know that he's about to play you some clips. Get your reaction. Now you confused about it.
But shout out to Tommy. That did startle me for a little while. 'Cause I didn't know that's something he was doing every time.
Yeah.
And then I used to be lost for a little bit because I was like, okay, so what's going on? Like, how am I supposed to react to this? And so I did the first couple times. I said, okay, now I get it now. And I think he know now that's not something I'm not crazy about that part of the pod, but I like it because it's a Tommy. It's something with him. But once again, I support and I listen to it, so I'm able to be like, okay, I know this part happening, so let's get this out of the way first.
Yeah.
And go from there. So yeah, but shout out to Tommy.
Yeah. Shoot, let's just get into the live show though. What made you even want to do a live show? Because that used to be a thing with the Battle of the Sexes pods.
Yeah, which is funny. How can I don't want to say too much. I went to this thing one time called Tonight's Conversation.
Uh-huh.
You probably know I'm going with that, that's why I ain't saying too much. I went to the thing in Atlanta, and that was dope. I liked it. Even though I wasn't a fan of they work on Instagram watching and stuff, I wasn't crazy about it. But I'm talking about what I liked was like we pulled up, we parked, of course, we go inside. It's like a line, but I had the VIP ticket, so I felt like somebody too. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking VIP tickets and whatever. We go right in, and it's set like theater style. It's like a middle. It's like it's 2 sections, bunch of chairs, everybody sitting in there, people up front, and I just like the feel of it. It wasn't about what they was talking about. I really because they said good stuff too, but it wasn't about that. They do this all the time, so I know they're gonna speak well. But it was like just the aesthetics of things, like the crowd participation, me sitting as people that's actually engaged in what they're saying. The crowd disagreeing and agreeing with the speakers or the person that's on the microphone. The fact that you had to get out your chair to speak on the microphone if you want to say something versus just saying anything, blurting anything out. You couldn't do that. I like the setup of it. And then everybody seemed to have a good time. And I was like, that'd be dope because people that support the podcast, sometimes they only get to see this finished product. So even right now, I'm seeing this, you standing right there, back of you. You got your equipment and stuff. I got the lights. I see the lights or whatever. I'm seeing all the stuff, but they don't get to see that. So I was like, it'd be dope if somebody to see like the whole thing, the whole process of how something work, how something go down. And a lot of times they think that our stuff is just all edited. I edit my stuff. I don't take nothing out for the most part, unless somebody tell me, hey, I said such and such, take that out, which ain't happened in years to me. So it's just it's one of them things where I want people that support, whether you're in the city or not in the city, just to watch that process and then see how we paint pictures, like how we do our art, as far as with using people's responses and our questions to color a picture, So that was my thing of all. So once I seen that, I knew I wanted to do one at some point. If you remember last year, I tried to set one up on the low. I was like, gonna do it at the studio. And my mom, I was like, you know what? I just want 10 people, 15 people here. Not always been inclusive. That's probably my problem though. I was trying to be inclusive. I was like, okay, I could do Brandon, the white Brandon. I was like Slim. Me and Slim could do something. Then Tommy could do something. Nick could do something. I closed it out. I'm talking about 5 podcasts in one day, right? Yeah. I'm like, start at this time. I'm trying to include it, but I realized that it was so much, even to put a live show together. I see why it'd be so many moving parts. It's hard to do because filling the chairs probably won't be a problem because I like to think that I can fill up 20 chairs, I would hope, with 1,000 subscribers, you know what I'm saying? But I also was like, okay, well, who gonna film it? You know what I'm saying? Who gonna edit the other people's stuff? How we gonna do the time slots? You know what I'm saying? What if somebody go over? It's just so much stuff that's going on with the show. Like, I got a headache. I said, I ain't want to do it no more. I'm good. Once I got a headache, I said, I'm good. I just do my own thing. And then the opportunity came because your boy was having a little issue. So I did an episode with Dorian that one time. And in doing so, he was saying he had an open slot for something. And I was like, I wanted to do a live show at some point. He was like, well, I got an open slot. Why don't you take it? I was like, all right. It was Dorian, so, I'm not going to say no. Like,
so how's that working? You doing the live show before the event that he's doing later on in the evening?
My show had nothing to do with it. It's just us. It ain't got nothing to do with
okay.
that. Now, he got some events going on. Let me say it clear. He overbooked some stuff. Mm-hmm. So he had an extra day.
Okay.
So they owed him a day. He was like, well, you could use that day. We could figure something out because it's already paid for. It's like it's no loss on it besides not doing nothing at all. And I was like, all right, cool. And at first it was just a talk because we did the episode trying to explain for Juneteenth. The guy was mad because he wasn't performing, and then we did the episode explaining like how that process worked to kind of clear the Band Brothers name, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And so it was just stalled then. We did that. He called a couple days later, like, yeah, I was serious about the show. How people just be talking sometimes, but he was like, let's meet up and talk about it. So we met up again, talked about it, and I was like, this is what I want to do. He's like, we can make that happen. I think that'd be dope. Let's do it that way. And so that's how it worked. It's the panel too. And we both agreed that we've seen live shows, and so we felt like we could do it. So
how's your live show gonna be structured then? And did you get that idea from the show you seen in Atlanta?
I can say I was inspired by that show to do that. In a perfect world, I would like for it to be some sort of one-on-one. That's what I like to do more than the panel.
Mm-hmm.
But we was testing it out. We testing out a lot of things in one set. We testing out, numbers of people who gonna like engage, as far as like crowd engagement. We testing out whether it's names that people coming out for, or is it just media coming out for. We testing that out. We testing out the how we should go about it, whether you want to use certain kind of microphones or use the club microphones, or we testing out a lot of different aspects of a show with just that run. It's really just a test to see if we're gonna continue to do it, because that's something you want to do. We think about doing every quarter or something like that. That's what we spoke about. So depending on how this goes will determine if you see more of those. And so I might say, I don't like the panel. That's not what I want to do. I'll do a live show again, but I'll do 2 episodes back to back, and I'll interview one person. Mm-hmm. I might say that. Or I might say, I like this, but we could do the panel, but I want to break it up different. I want to do a panel, something in the middle, and then a panel, something different. So it just depends. I might not want to do 2. I might just do one whole thing. I don't know yet. But I do think breaking up is good because you got different guests coming now. So now you got, not only is it for me, if you got a panel of 4 and then I'm making the 5th person, that's 4 people somebody could buy tickets for. Maybe they saying F Maine. All right, fine. They ain't here for me. Might be here for the comedian that's coming, the other business owner that's coming, the other business owner that's coming. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody else that's there. So it's a good look to get multiple people on that bill, so that you can kind of maximize people coming out to watch the show.
So how did you pick the people that's going to be on the panel and the topics?
Well, for me, I like more than anything, I want people that's going to talk about stuff that got the accolades for it. They definitely certified to talk about it. So when you look at the business aspect, I got business people on there. You know what I'm saying? Even having for the small business, having her on there. Like I'll always say that she's one of the smartest people I've interviewed before in my life. So I wanted her on there because she can speak business from a standpoint of like grants, filling out forms, which LLC you should use, or what business acumen you should use.
And who's that you speaking about?
I can't think of her name right now. I know it started with R. This is on the tip of my tongue. But you do photography for her as well. Mm-hmm. But I did her, and I did both of them last year at that studio. Remember that's when I did where the guy messed it up. Not to talk bad about it, but he messed it up and I had to redo it over again. And so I have her on for that. I got a dentist, a dentist that's on. He's going to be on both because he's married, so he can talk about the relationship aspect of it, but he also talk the business aspect because...
Ronnie West.
Yes, Ronnie West, yeah. And then I got the dentist on there who PJ Ware actually just mentioned in his episode, so I thought that was dope. Like,
I seen that clip. That clip was cool, too.
Yeah,
I like that.
It was out of nowhere. He mentioned him. He's like, you know him? He was trying to mention people that made it out the hood that when you're younger, you didn't see that. Mm-hmm. He said, we all had the same life chances. Now, PJ is somebody who went on to go to prison for 7 years, whatever. Then he talked about a boxer who has sports, and it's a dentist. It's a black dentist, you know what I'm saying, who they all live in the same area, had the same life chances, but he made it out. So I think even in that aspect, he can speak to the business side because he got his own practice. Mm-hmm. But on the other side with relationships, he's married, but like I know, it's different kinds of married. You got people that's married and people that's happily married. And people that's like showing everybody, look, I'm married. You know what I'm saying? He's I'm married type person. I said, that's the kind of guy you want on the show. Because so often you have a guy that want to come on and talk relationships, but he ain't not certified to talk about relationships. Yeah. He just certified to talk. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted something different in that aspect. So that's why it took a minute to pick those guests. Every guest we picked was pretty much handpicked. Now, some people couldn't make it. So initially, not to pick the guests, but initially, we had to revisit some of the guests because I guess this time of year is like that time of year is like going out of town. So it's funny, relationships. I had 2 people that was one gonna be in business, one on relationships. They both gonna be out of town for their honeymoons or their anniversaries. Yeah. So it's like, well, what can you do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
this is like the end of the wedding season.
I guess.
Yeah. So I ain't gonna lie, dog. I'm kind of shocked you doing a relationship topic, though, because you don't really talk about that kind of stuff.
So the dopest thing about... I'm glad you asked me that question. The dopest thing about that is I think initially you hear business relationships.
Uh-huh.
You thinking right now. You thinking girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband. That's what you thinking.
Correct.
See, I don't view relationships that way. I mean, that's one way to view them, but I view them as me and you got a relationship. We not gay or nothing like that, but I'm saying we got a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's different types of relationships. It's not just they ain't the only one. But I also feel like how you treat one is how you treat a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to talk about that. But I also feel like relationships and business go together because even everything I just talked about just now, that relationship most times is what brings you to the business, or vice versa. So if I use you for example, I could sit here right now and tell you exactly how I met you, how things transpired, and how we ended up doing business together, all based on our relationship. So the first time I ran across you, you had followed me on SoundCloud or something like that, if I ain't mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
We added each other on Facebook. I watched your stuff. You had kind of my stuff here and there. So I didn't know you, but we bonding off content, right? Then I remember, like clear as day, I'm going live. I was doing a La Quinta 4 episode.
Mm-hmm.
You commented on it. I'm like, yo, we gotta get up. This is off us interacting. All right, cool. Well, within the next week or some change, we get up. We do our first episode together. Boom, we do that. I do yours. Boom, we do that. So that's a relationship you build and you bonding. We started to talk a lot. We started text. You like, yo, you ain't drop on Monday, man. What's going on Monday, da-da-da. I'm like, damn, he put pressure on me. I ain't for real, you know what I'm saying? But then I'm watching your stuff, right? So we building that relationship. Well, it goes further into like us actually doing stuff together. So I'm like, you know what? Hey, won't you come film? Won't you film my stuff for me? You know, you film my stuff for me, or we doing this, and I'm like, let's make shirts. You making shirts? All right, cool. Let's make shirts. I had a deal one time with the health department to do something. You can't film that. I gave you your money because they weren't trying to pay you. I gave you your money. You know, so that's business, and all that's relationship. Like if we didn't build that bond relationship first, we wouldn't have that business.
Yeah.
So
correct.
I just feel like that go hand in hand. So even though I don't normally talk about relationships, I do feel like one kind of go with the other. Even if you look at successful business people, they got successful relationships. Even if it ain't husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, you hear good things about them. I don't care. Even right now, I don't care if it's Puff Daddy, P. Diddy. They can say what they want to say about him. People say good things about him because he wouldn't last in the business if that wasn't the case. Yeah. So I just think them two go hand in hand to me. So it's not that I want to talk about whether somebody paying for dinner on the first date or 50-50, because I don't think that make relationships. I think that's just some stuff people like debate about. That's like a debating thing. For me, I kind of got my mind on, and I got questions. I'm jotting stuff down like how I want to navigate that. Because even though it's a panel, I'm still navigating. But once again, I'm giving the audience a chance to chime in. So a live show, I'm looking at it like this. If it's a live show, right? When we do episodes, we clip up stuff. We might put like 3-4 reels out from episode. When we put the reels out, people get a chance to comment. We can either reply to that comment, like it, whatever, we do whatever. That's like a show. So I'm gonna have my own panel stuff. But at some points during the show, I want to direct to the crowd and say, hey, y'all got any questions? Y'all got any commentary? That'll be them like commenting on the reel. And then what we say, like I reply back. So it just all ties in together. So I ain't trying to like, be Dr. Phil or nothing on there. It's just, I think that's a good way to bring them out. People love to talk about relationships. They gonna think, oh, I can go there and give my relationship advice. That's not what this is. It's just an enjoyment of a conversation. Like you're gonna get to see like a married man on there talking about maybe how he got his wife, maybe how that formulate. It's not about whether they're on good terms or not, whether they're perfect or not, but it's more so about like these are the steps we took to get where we at right here. And that might help somebody somewhere else down the line. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Just little stuff like that, I feel like make a big difference in certain kind of conversations. But my goal ain't to be 50-50 or debating up there. At least not the goal. But I had that talk with everybody first. So
it's gonna be some people that are disappointed though, because some people seen that relationship topic and said, yes, I'm about to go in there and talk about who paid the bills.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, I can tell you this, even going there doing that ain't gonna get your bills paid. so I mean, you got if that's what you're coming for, still come. But I don't know if that's what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? And if it's underwhelming, I'll take the criticism and I'll go back to the drawing board. But I feel like if you follow more of the masses at all, you gonna get good. If anything, you're gonna get good conversation. And we're gonna try to speak about things as more, I guess, professional ways we can. Cause I feel like that's important too, it being professional. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be saying anything, just blurting out stuff.
That Bobby Boucher shit be having me rolling every time I see it. Oh, I'm gonna talk about that later. Matter of fact, can we go into that now?
You can. That's up to you.
I meant to start the pod with this. I don't know how I let it slip my mind. Bruh, when I first was doing the Unk League vlogs, I ain't gonna lie, you shocked me. I said, this nigga Maine can hoop, bruh. I couldn't believe that shit. I ain't see you get a bucket out there in the basketball game yesterday.
I shot 2 times yesterday. I missed both of them.
What happened, bro?
I shot 5 times total yesterday, even in warm-ups. I made 2 threes. I shot 40% yesterday. I mean, I just shot 2 shots. I didn't miss them, man. That's simple.
That's just what it is.
Yeah, it just didn't go in. But it wasn't like I bricked them now. You know, it went in and out, and then one just was like too strong. But and also, you know, you played me for. I wasn't shooting from the 3. I'm shooting from further out too. So
yeah.
And I would just, it really. I'm thinking like as a celebrity game. To me, I feel like it should be more fun. I ain't think it's gonna be competitive to the second half. I knew I wasn't gonna play the second half. Like,
Bro,
I
it was too many
play.
niggas that really can hoop in that game. Like, what's up with that?
That was true too. But I was fine with that because if it came down to it, I can play now. I didn't come prepared to play. I will say that the last time we played when we played back in the day, which was 2020, 2019, I was probably like 185, 180. I'm 220 now. 10 years older. Yeah, I'm not as fast. I can still shoot, but like I said I'm running, and it's full court. We were playing half court. I love half court.
Yeah,
full court. You got me. Cause I'm gonna pick defense or offense. I'm gonna pick defense. You know, but
how long it took you to get winded?
I played this pretty much the last 5-6 minutes second half. I don't think I was winded. I probably was. I couldn't tell you because I never played like. I never really played like organized sports like that. I always played in the park. That's always my thing. Mm-hmm. I don't get winded in the park. It's only half court. But no. I still think it was fun. It was cool to do. But when I would say the 2 shots I did shoot, it was more so me in a funny sense because I had got like I think somebody tipped the ball, so it's like further by the thing, and somebody probably like shoot it from there. So I just shot it from there. You know, I'm thinking like that's kind of I'm thinking that's how he playing. You know, like
yeah,
why not? Cause I shot it. And I got a good shot. I shot it. And he's like, oh shit, you know, like he really shot it from there. And it was not like I had to throw it up. It's with ease. I can shoot from there if I really need to shoot from there, but it just didn't go in. And then the second one, it was like a tip or something. It wasn't like a direct pass. So like everything I got was just like off a steal or something. So I shot it. The 2 times I got the ball, I shot the motherfucker. So I told myself, anytime even in warm-up, like I wasn't doing layups. I did no layups. Ask anybody. I was at the logo. I'm doing shoot from there. That's what I want to do. I like shooting from the far. Because when they play zone, they can't come out there.
So you came into the game planning on being Steph Curry?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Because my thing, because the 2 shots go in, I'm shooting more. They just happen not to go in. So there's no point for me to go crazy, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, I want to go over 3, over 2. I'm still going over 2, you know what I'm saying? So, no big deal. But my team won, so.
Bro, my homeboy Damo, he been bothering me all day talking about JG, talking about he was out there hooping like Iverson.
Okay.
Do you agree?
I mean, he from Philly. He was playing basketball, if that's what you're saying. He like a Sixer.
Bro said he seen the clip and he said, bro, hit a 3.
He made a 3 and he made a layup too. And then, like I said, shout out to JG. But their team was ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my team, everybody showed up for my team. So we actually had to sub in and out. That team had like only 5 players. So he had no choice but to play. No, not they wouldn't have made him play. I'm just saying he had no choice but to play. So it was a little different. And but yeah, they lost. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, somebody told me something like Flyer was supposed to be there and he didn't show up or something. He was supposed to be on the red team.
Why is that a big deal? Why keep talking about that for? Like, why I'm not coming at you. I'm just saying, like, it's just Flyer. Like, why everybody saying like?
I don't know though. I've been hearing like a whole bunch of people saying different.
But he's not
things,
a hooper
like,
though. So I don't understand why people want to play for. He's not a hooper.
Because everything I've been seeing online is like people laughing and joking, talking about, man, y'all knew Fly wasn't a hooper. He wasn't gonna show up. But I'm like, why else would David Beard put it out there if he didn't agree to it?
I'm in the chat. So Fly did say something in the chat. Like he did say something like he gave his shirt size or something like that. So I don't know. But I was in the game last year. I ain't go. That's another thing. Like people be saying, just not saying be lucky, but like I don't even do that kind of stuff. I just did it because I rock with David.
Yeah, to support.
That was it for me. I ain't really, now 1-on-1, I play 1-on-1. I don't mind doing that. That's easy right there. But a full-fledged game with referees, I'm fouling anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Was you
foul
trying
anyway.
though? Was you out there trying?
No, not really. But I was out there. You know what I'm saying? It's a celebrity game. I didn't think it was that deep. Like I still don't think we won. So I guess we did okay. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, shit, I went over two fouls. I feel like I did a good job, bro.
Okay, what did Tyrus do?
He didn't play.
Oh,
Yeah, he stayed gonna go second half. But once again, second half. So that's the thing about the celebrity games too. Second half, like it was a little close. And for me, I would say this: like I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the dude Willie Nesta and George. Willie Nesta's mic'd up, of course. He's streaming and stuff. The other nigga on the team mic'd up and stuff. So some of them are using this for content.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm never gonna talk about this again. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, it was not content for me. So I was like, let them have it. Cause like they were like, cause he was really looking at me like, you want to come in? I'm like, bro, y'all got it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got it. Like,
Yeah,
do
y'all
thing.
out there having fun and shit.
Yeah, like, and it's fine. I'm having fun. I came for the game after this.
Yeah.
So I came to actually spectate. I'm 34, 35 years. I'm not even trying to play basketball anymore. You know what I'm saying? My thing. So
the Georgia versus South Carolina game, how was that?
just another day in Georgia. Like I said in the live, I don't know if you watched that live, I was on with Walt. Me and Walt had a live and they added me to the live. They asked me one day, like, can you be on a live today, whatever. And I wasn't trying to do that I'm just watching it. And Walt kept sending a request, I kept denying. So then Walt gonna say, hey, I sent the request, 5 times he keep denying it. I'm like, fuck. So I went on there and I went there just clowning like I normally do, you know what I'm saying? Malik was on there, it was me, Walt, Malik, and I guess they coach Cortez, whatever, and he was like, what you think will happen? I'm like, the same thing that been happening. Like, you have never won. It don't be close. I just like it's gonna be, and it, to me, not being funny, it's just another day in Georgia because Georgia's to me just better at basketball than them.
Yeah.
I mean, and
Well, they said it's because they don't have all their players.
whose fault is that? Go get them. Like I don't know. You think we did? Like no. I think they would. Don't expect Adobe, but they the one with Adobe. It's
Yeah.
Georgia. I think Georgia just better. It's not even about like all the players. They just better. The game was over in the first quarter. If I'm just being honest with you.
Bro, I ain't familiar with all the athletes from Georgia and South Carolina. So who's the athlete that played on the Clippers that they all was posting today talking about he gonna play next year and they gonna win?
I forgot his name.
Find his name.
No, I know it's Thorn something or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thornberry. I don't know that nigga name, bro. He from South Carolina in the day, so it don't even matter. But so Davius. I don't know that nigga name. I'm sorry. I'm probably fucking his name all up.
Let me see. I'm probably not even gonna know how to pronounce it. Yeah. Sedarius Thornwell.
Come on, look at the name, bro. You think that's the answer? No. But I
Bro
said
made it to the league though.
a lot of niggas did.
Yeah.
And a lot of niggas didn't. That bust a lot of niggas ass made it to the league, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But nah, he definitely a good player. He played good. I remember he got drafted and stuff. And he played for USC. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was nice. There's a lot of niggas that came out that was nice. PJ Dozier also was playing the same team as him. He was nice. I'm always pick Georgia over there. I've seen a lot of notice it PJ Dozier, but I've seen a lot of niggas bust his ass.
Bro, what's the Walt controversy? Like,
It's no controversy.
Bro, why every time Walt hoop, it's like a debate online about Walt? Like, what's up with that?
Can I be real with you?
Yeah, I really need to know this. Like, seriously.
This
Not
is
even
my-
for
this-
the pod.
this
I gotta
is-
know this.
This is my thoughts. How can I say this? All right, Walt is a good player. He play hard. He is the player everybody gonna want on their team. He gonna do the dirty work. He play defense. He'll play. He offensively he's inclined. Is he gonna drop 30? Probably not. But he's inclined offensively. He know the game. He's in shape. He's strong. You know what I'm saying? So everything you gonna want as a player. He does have a strong social media presence as well. Cause the joke is always on Walt, and you know this because you've joked on him plenty of times. You know. I be feeling like South Carolina be using to sell tickets, bro. That's just me personally. I feel like that's what it is. I feel like we getting these games. I've been to all of the games, from the clashes to the GA versus South Carolina. Walt always plays like a little bit of minutes. We be having to chant, "We want Wilt. We want Walt." I'm sorry, we want Walt, just to get him in the game, bro. Like we got to disrupt. We got to make the coaches mad because they don't try to put him in.
Yeah.
Am I saying he's better than the players that we playing? Of course not. I'm not saying that he's better than all of them. He play harder than them, though.
Yeah.
And I feel like for a game you're gonna lose anyway, just put him in the game, bro. that's all. Just put him in the game. That be the controversy for me. I feel like the game was over in the first quarter. I knew it. They might not know that.
What was the score?
think 27-11
in the first quarter.
Yeah, like it was. I'm trying to be funny, but it's just like it's one of them games. You know what I'm saying? Like in high school, you're like, oh, we can leave now.
Yeah.
You could have left. I just feel like Walt could have played more. It didn't make sense. They chased the whole game. You know what I'm saying? And then you have people that wasn't starting. That's a whole other story. That's their side of town. But with Walt, I just feel like it's always a joke on Walt. It's always a joke on Walt. I know he can really play though, but I know we joke because he goes so hard. But Walt do a lot of head ass stuff too, like. Post his clips and his highlights from doing like little shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I locked you down because I didn't score this one possession. I locked you down.
Yeah.
Like, what? Nigga had 30, bro.
I seen him do that to George one time. That shit was funny as hell.
And now George kills that every time you see him. So it just be a running joke. But in hindsight, it's always controversy because we always feel like, no respect to South Carolina, but y'all gonna lose anyway. So just play the man. Like, just if he on a team, he should be playing anyway. Like I said, I was on his live. We trying to promote the game. I don't know none of the other players that was on the team like that. I know a few of them, but not a lot of them. Mm-hmm. Even the ones they were their top dogs, to me, they couldn't stick with the B team in Georgia, in my opinion. But like I said, it is what it is. But that's Walt, man. The story of Walt, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I was a little confused today when I was scrolling through Facebook and I was seeing everybody talking about, giving they basketball logic about how, see, this is the thing about Walt. Like, you need somebody on the court with that dog in them. Somebody that's going to play defense and get on the floor.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is everybody? Bro, I see 5 different niggas say that shit.
I ain't saying nothing like that,
saying
but all I can say is this. I don't know about what they talking about because that they all cool with Walt and they play in the league, so they do have a different, I guess, respect for Walt. I got the same respect for Walt. All I'm saying is you're going to lose anyway, so just play the man. That's my only theory. You're already going to lose. Just play the man. At least you could say, well, he played. You know what I'm saying? Because Walt going to talk, he going to do his stuff. I just feel like they'd be using him for what they want to use him for, but not on the floor. But what I will say about the game, I'm probably talking too much about the game, but good event, fantastic event. It looked like it was sold out, very, very crowded. A lot of egos. Egos and bragging rights don't mix, bro. Like, it's not a good mix. And no money. Let's put that in.
Nah, I seen Zep and Christian Noble was holding up the $50 bills.
Come on, bro. That's not money. Stop playing. So, to somebody.
What was that for?
MVP of the game.
So they was co-MVPs.
Yeah.
So they had to split 100?
Bro, 50, 100, I guess so. I don't know. Like, do your math, nigga. You know what I don't know. I just know that. And, well, I can't say that. But it wasn't about the money. But take the money out of it because, like I said, one team was going to lose anyway. And we all knew this coming into this game. So they didn't have to worry about the $50 on the MVP. That was never on the table for them. My thing is, though, when you got people that's playing already, all of them, a lot of them play professionally. Overseas, whether it's a big overseas, small overseas, no matter. They get paid to play basketball. A lot of them dudes. So you got them coming to an event, right? Whereas coaches in this event now, who also aren't getting paid, I want to add, right? Bragging rights now. You got these players and their accolades. I did this, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that, I did this. That's a lot of those on both sides. So you got niggas that want minutes. You got niggas that feel like, hey, I'm such and such. I ain't even coming out the game. And you seen it on the floor. It was niggas that wouldn't come out the game.
Yeah, I heard somebody say that. Like, when they were supposed to come out the game, they was like, hell no, just stayed on the floor.
Well, I ain't talking about the Georgia side at all. I
I'm talking about South Carolina.
Okay, so South Carolina, I didn't see it. I seen it on the Georgia side, but it was up, so I feel like it was fine. But on the South Carolina side, I didn't see it. I didn't. It wasn't a reason to look down there. They was losing. But what I did see is that Walt couldn't get in because people wouldn't come out. Also, but once again, ego, they losing. They've been talking about winning. They want to win this time. It's the time we're gonna do it, guys. You know how that go. Like, this is our time. Trust me. We got the young guys now. It didn't matter, young, old. Tomorrow, yesterday, Georgia by 10. So
they just ain't got the roster. That's what it is.
I mean, any game you lose comes down to that. You ain't got the roster. So that's what it. And it's not. They got talented people over there, but they gotta play over there. It's different across the bridge. You know that. Mm-hmm. It's different across the bridge. So
Trevor was saying something like,
oh boy,
Georgia ain't playing South Carolina no more. He said next year they're gonna switch it up and go somewhere else. Is that true?
Man, shout out to Trevor, man. Trevor is one of the greatest players to ever play for Richmond. I will say that.
That nigga be lying.
They would have won with Trevor on the floor. That's how bad South Carolina played. But I don't know. I would be up to that though. I do feel like we playing South. So our Georgia versus South Carolina is not really Georgia versus South Carolina. We know that it's Augusta versus North Augusta. It's Augusta versus South Aiken.
Mm-hmm.
Richmond County versus Aiken County. That's what it is. That's what we should call a game. Because Georgia's so big and South Carolina's so big. Because if we doing Georgia versus South Carolina, we got to get Atlanta, we got to get Marietta, we got to get Wheeler, we got to get all these different, all these different other places, Savannah, all these different places. And South Carolina got to do the same thing. Like Columbia, Beaufort, all the other places in South Carolina. So we know it's not a whole for real thing. But I do feel like even our Augusta team will beat a lot of them. They could put together 4 or 5 different South Carolina teams. And I think Augusta's going to beat everybody. So it ain't going to matter. That's just me.
You ain't tell me if it's true, though.
I mean, I'm not on the committee, bro. I don't know.
I feel like you was.
No. I ain't David the mayor. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to he the mayor. It's up to him. But I can tell you the players from Augusta, the difference between a lot of players, a lot of teams, South Carolina, whatever, is they don't care who they play. It's gonna be the same result regardless who in front of them. Now South Carolina might want to go ahead and regroup. Georgia ain't gotta do that.
Yeah.
You see, it was controversy on. It was controversy on just who should be on the Georgia team. That's how much talent is over here. Niggas was getting mad because they ain't made the team.
Why your brother ain't play?
He a coach now, bro. He said he don't do that, man. He coaching. Could he still suit up? I watch him. He still got it, but he a coach. My brother don't be into it. I feel like one thing I like about my brother is that he know he accomplished, and he feel like that can't be taken from him regardless. Mm-hmm. I feel like sometimes they let these games. It's bragging rights. Okay, Georgia won. Congrats. I be just pouring salt in the wound. I don't really care about it. Georgia won. Congrats. But I don't stop what you did. You know what I'm saying? You go to these places and you make milestone records, or you go to these places that you're not even from, and they know you now forever because it's the things you did. A lot of players can't do that. I feel like sometimes these games take that away from them. Y'all all still individually good at what y'all do, and y'all all, if y'all broke records or whatever, y'all got your own little, your own accolades and your own, y'all blaze your own trail. I feel like with him, he played in the first one, and they won. He played, but like I said, he be feeling like it just don't, it don't matter. Like, I guess he don't get nothing from it. Like, what else can he do? Like, really, I mean, he done did everything that you want to do as a player, like, as far as individual wise, like scoring and stuff like that. So, I don't think no Georgia South Carolina game gonna be like, I'm really that nigga, bro. Like, no, I did it when I needed to do it. I'm 29 now, bro. Like, get a life.
Hey, bro, I'm about to tell you something funny, bro. You gonna laugh your ass off.
I hope it's funny.
Oh, it's about to be funny. So I told you I moved out here in like 8th grade, right? So I remember being like a senior, and I remember homecoming is a big deal, right? And I remember like having conversations with some people from Richmond County, and I'm like, bro, why y'all so hype about homecoming? Like, that's some country ass nigga shit. Mm-hmm. Nigga, shut the fuck up. You from Columbia County, nigga. I'm like, damn, nigga. I'm just saying, like, bro, why y'all niggas so hyped about homecoming and who did what at high school and shit? And niggas used to let me have it, bro. So I just left that shit alone.
I'm not one of the people that's opposed to you being hyped for homecoming or somebody being hyped for high school stuff or whatever. I got a reason for that. I'll tell you in a minute. But I will say, outside of my reason, I watched something today and it said that one of the like deadliest silent killers is being comfortable. Mm-hmm. It'll kill you trying to be comfortable. And I feel like Augusta is like really like the mascot for comfortability. Like, you see niggas get comfortable with nothing every day. Just with nothing. 20 likes, I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I got 97 shares on this business I'm opening, but I ain't started yet. I'm just talking about it. I'm comfortable.
A picture of a logo.
I'm comfortable. It's not even a logo. It's just some shit you find on your Google. I'm comfortable. So I don't know. I get it from that standpoint. On the flip side, though, I would say life is hard, bro. And some people, like, high school was the last time life was fun. After high school, shit is real.
Hey, you making a pot depressing.
I'm just telling you, that's just real life, bro. Like, but not maybe it might not be your story or my story, but it's a lot of niggas that like high school really wasn't fun for them anyway. It just was their last days of fun. And then once that was over, whether they graduated or they just stopped going, whatever, shit get real. You get kids, you got bills, people dying, life is short, type shit. You know what I'm saying? All the other things. So sometimes that's like the most fondest memories you're gonna have.
Yeah.
They tell you that when you're into high school, but you ain't thinking about it until it's like you said, you're 30 and you still talking about when you were 14, 15. How many stories you tell of high school like every week to the same people? Yeah, I say it different ways, like remix, remix. You know what I'm saying? Life is hard if you ain't got new stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like, and we don't talk about it a lot, but I feel like when people do like stuff like go to the military and stuff like that's to me, I like that because that's like another school. You're gonna meet new people, new relationships. It's kind of school like anyway. You meet new people from new areas. It's structured a certain way, and you meet people you're gonna meet forever. That's something new. So like you ain't stuck talking about shit you did when you were 14, 15, 16. That ain't changing.
And those people don't give a fuck.
And you get paid. You know what I'm saying? So but I just feel like I had to realize that. So even though I'm with you on that, I'm like, yo, that shit it's over with. But I realized that some people ain't never did nothing else. The nigga that scored 40 points in a game one time in high school or whatever against a rivalry school, and he hit the game winner, and it was like, after that, life got hard for that nigga, bro. That was it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You laughing, but that's real life.
Shit just funny, dog. Because I'm just thinking about like stuff I heard a lot of people say. Like my homeboy Fat Cam, he went to school in Richmond County and Columbia County, and he always say, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you the difference." He said, "Niggas in Columbia County, they finish high school and they get the fuck on and they leave. Niggas in Richmond County, they be here for the next 60 years."
It just depends on your goals, bro. Like. I can't agree with that because a lot of niggas went to school. Once again, I feel like I always say this: you are the company you keep, bro. So people he knew were just bums. You know
Probably.
What I'm saying? I know a lot of people that got the fuck on from Richmond County, and they never came back, and they doing well in life.
Mm-hmm.
I know some niggas that stayed, they doing well in life. It's just about whether you're supposed to do well in life or not. I don't think about whether you stay or not. It's just about how you confront your choices and what you do from there. It's all about choices, bro. So
yeah, I think that's one of the things that I hated about like teenage years was the people who did like leave from this area or go off to college or just go to the military or something like that, and they all would like come back home on Christmas break like, man, y'all still live in Augusta, man. Y'all niggas ain't shit. Like, nigga, you ain't shit, nigga. You a fucking E2. What are you talking about?
Chill. Hey, niggas gotta grow, bro. Niggas gotta start from somewhere.
They regret that shit now.
E2 shaming is crazy. But
I ain't military shame. I'm just saying, like, that's the type of shit them niggas used to do.
But you even that, I thought that's like a circle of life. You need that. You need somebody that's athlete that's doing something, even if it's something small in life, to tell you, nigga, you ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like you need that. Like, because if you don't, then you know what you're gonna be doing in 10 years? Nothing. Still, you might still do nothing, but at least that person come back and say, "Hey, man, I told you 10 years ago, get off your ass. You ain't do nothing. You're E6 now." You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's the number, I don't know military stuff, but I just feel like that's how I go. Like, and that's why some people feel like stuff be like, what's the word? You bragging. You only brag somebody that ain't doing shit. Mm-hmm. Like, if somebody can brag with you, then it's fine. Like right now, you could brag on podcast stuff in here because we do our thing, right? Somebody might be like, "Them niggas always bragging, but you ain't doing shit." If you're doing something, you'll blend right in. But if you're not, it's gonna seem bitter. You're gonna say I'm bragging, but I'm not. I've been doing this for 9 years consistently, a long time.
See, I ain't ever really get into the who moved and who didn't move after high school thing. But the only thing I did like observe and I was like, just thought was interesting was it'll be like a group of friends. And like everybody from that friend circle either go to the military, go to college, stuff like that. And there'll always be that one friend who didn't. And then 10 years later, they fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I always thought that was interesting. And then I also thought it was interesting how after school, when everybody's friends is gone, those people have no choice but to hang out with people that's still in school.
Well, yeah, it's just saying like I said, you are the company you keep. If your company leave or whatever, and you just flock into whatever, that's what you're around. You're around niggas that's in school because ain't nothing else to do. Everybody else got some business by themselves. Then did something else, and you didn't. So now you can't hang with them no more because they got business by themselves. So they hanging with people that's gonna be future business owners, future doctors, lawyers, whatever, and you hanging with future dropouts.
Yeah. That should be fucked up.
Emphasis on dropout because you're not hanging with the successful people that's going to high school. You hang with the niggas that ain't do nothing or people that ain't do nothing. So you want to have fun. People want to have fun. I mean, it's your life. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have fun when you're 17 till you're 21 and then go to jail for 4 years and come home and have more fun and go to jail again, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas do that.
You're right. In the wise words of my homeboy Greasy, that nigga said, if you an athlete, stop trying to be tough. Go to school. Because if that shit fail, you can always come back home and cook crack.
Yep. Yep. I watched him. He said that was funny. I do feel like I hate that athletes get that knack of like trying to be tough. Some athletes really about that life, bro. They just around that too. We gotta. I feel like we don't talk about that enough. We talk about like the football players that try to be tough, but it's a lot of athletes just a part of their environment. They just happen to make it out because they were talented, because niggas cared about them. But some athletes that really whoop ass for real.
I think we overjudge athletes, bro. I think it's one of them things
Humans,
where it's
but
like,
yeah.
You said what?
I said humans, but yeah, just in general. But go ahead.
Nah, like we put athletes on pedestals and like we expect them to always make the best decisions.
They do it on the floor, so we expect them we expect on the court, off the court.
Yeah, but that's crazy. It's like, why are you expecting this athlete to be, clean and cutthroat when he from the same place as everybody else?
Well, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
But I would also counter that with, well, he made it and I didn't make it. I didn't make it because I made bad choices. He made good choices. Why he not making them now?
Did he make it or is he trying to make it?
Well, we talking about athletes in the league or the athletes that's just playing sports.
Let's just say like a high school athlete.
So we got so he's on the team. I'm not on the team.
Yeah.
He's getting scholarships. I'm not getting scholarships.
He ain't got the scholarship yet.
So he's
trying to get it.
He just on the team. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't know. He's just an athlete to me. He ain't this shit yet. Then he just an athlete. We both students.
Yeah.
He just on the team, I guess. But if you ask him context to it, like he got scholarships, he got this, he got that, then yeah, I feel like you move different when you got different shit to lose.
So in that case, you expect him to be making the right decisions all the time.
The right decisions. I mean, I guess you would say all the time. Athletes get watched heavily just because. Why wouldn't you? If somebody's saying, "Hey, I'm gonna give you $100,000 of education money to make the right decision every time," why wouldn't you do it then? Because as opposed to a nigga like me who like, I hope they keep my Hope scholarship, or I get these Pell Grants.
You want me to answer that for real, or that was just hypothetical?
You can answer, yeah. Do what you want to do.
A lot of them niggas be stupid as fuck.
Which ones?
Athletes.
Yeah. But
a lot of them niggas.
But it's the thing.
Not all.
Making the right decision ain't about being stupid though. It's about knowing right from wrong. That's not stupidity to me. Now if I give you a problem, I say hey, it's some exponential shit. That's different. I can see you being dumb because you didn't pitch it in the class. But nigga, you know what to go left or right. Like that just.
You're right about that part. You're right about that part.
If you can make the right decisions on the court, or whether it's football, basketball, I don't care which one it is. Hockey, I don't care. If you know how to follow those rules and guidelines and be elite there, nigga, you could follow the crowd the other way. I'm always stand on that. You can. You choose not to. But it's not a big deal because sometimes they come to territory. Sometimes they at parties and you want to, I guess, do drugs or you want to, I don't know, go next on that girl. I don't know. Like, I don't live that lifestyle. I don't know.
I hate when athletes like Lance Stevenson and them be telling stories about how they really wanted to be in the streets, but people made them like do the right things.
You say you hate that? Why would you hate that? Why you hate that?
Because I hate how they tell the story. Like, nigga, you did the right thing. What are you talking about? He's saying the story like, man, but I really want to go to the club. Like, nigga, no. Look where you at now.
I just, like I said, I always play devil advocate with you because it made the podcast better. I don't think I would say like, I like that they tell the story that way because it's a nigga, it's an athlete for real, that really felt that way for real. I'm sure you know.
I just told you his name, Lance Stevenson.
Chill, man. But it's the Lance Stevenson everywhere, right? But one of them niggas went to NBA. So like, I feel like even Augusta, there's a lot of niggas that's talented.
And Mario Chalmers hit the game-winning shot for the championship. And nigga Lance was acting like he hit that shit. Nigga was under the glass getting the rebound. I don't know why I'm hating on Lance today.
That's just crazy, bro. You got beef with Lance is crazy.
I don't know why, bro. That shit kind of random.
I like players that messed up. I think those. You you know how people like the Bible and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't crazy about all that stuff, but I be feeling like that's biblical to somebody. Like people's life and the decisions they made or didn't make and where they made it to. I feel like that those are stories you need too. Like him saying, people made him go the other way as that and third. Even though Lance, he had some problems. Now I wouldn't say it was no street stuff because I think he just beat his girl up at the time. I don't think that's like street to me, but
Yeah.
it's bad decision making. It's on video. He beat up in the hallway or something like that. I don't know why he did that, but he did. And but almost messed the chance of going to college, to scholarship. So I feel like athletes in general, they like just like people in the neighborhood that's like at risk kids. I feel like if you see it, I feel like you feel like you can do it. So if you see a business owner that's from your neighborhood that got the same life chances as you feel like you could do it. If you see a black person, a black dentist, a black owned dentist, you feel like I could be a dentist. You know what I'm saying? So you got to see some shit to actually believe it. And I feel like them stories and stuff like that the basketball players tell, I do like when they be like, I wanted to do this, I was like this. If it's true, of course, then I think that's dope because it's players, it's people like that for real that don't know nothing else but outside, and they just have to be talented. So
Yeah, that's what I got from the interview you did with PJ Ware. That really was my favorite part too. The part about just who he's seen in the neighborhood and what made him, make the type of decisions that he made. Because I really do believe, like, it don't even matter where you from. If nobody ever shows you, like, the options that you have, you really don't know. You just, like, especially as a kid, you just following what you see. And that's why, like, when I be in them studios with all them little young rappers, I be feeling bad for them little niggas. Because they really be thinking, like, you got to sell the weed and make the music video and go get the Hellcat. They think, like, that's the only way. And they only looking up to, the drug dealers in the city. And I'm like, dang, bro, like, you slick, smart, too. Like, nigga, you was in advanced classes. You can go be an accountant or some shit. Like, but they don't know that shit. And then if you just tell them something, they really don't give a fuck about you telling them something. You got to show them, like, hey, I know this nigga, he a lawyer, he doing good. You could do the same shit too. You know what I'm saying? You'll have to really, like, introduce them to that nigga. Because if you just tell them, they going to be like, nigga, who the fuck is you, nigga? You ain't got a Hellcat. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it be, yeah. I mean, you ain't saying no lies. I think a time thing, too. I can't speak for that generation, but I think people in general don't like taking the time, that process of like I said, you can say you could be a lawyer and doctor, but that's a lot of school.
Yeah.
Some niggas always feel like school ain't for them. Even PJ, he said his thing, school wasn't for me. Like, if you look at his story, it's dope. It's not dope, but it's dope in the sense like, I'll go into it. So with PJ, one thing I will say, we were speaking. I messaged him last year, he didn't respond. I took the same message, I copied and pasted it again. He didn't respond. But what happened was, I think, about relationships. It's funny, right?
Yeah.
Miss Lucky, I know her from Mo podcast. I did Miss Lucky. I said, yo, PJ, why don't you ask him about why da-da-da? She said, I'm going to call him. He said, I talked to him. He hit you back. I said, not hit me. He said, I called him, but maybe you should go talk to man to man. Maybe he'll do it for you then. I'm like, it's no big deal, whatever. Well, he hit me up. He messaged me one day. He was like, yo, send me his number. I called him. He answered. He called me. I didn't answer my mom's birthday. We spoke. I called him on Sunday. Well, we was talking on the phone. And I'm like, yo, you should do the pod. Da-da-da-da. We just talking. And he was like, I was like, we want to do that. 'Cause I know you money got clothes. We could do it here at Kitchen King. He was like, it'd be loud. And I said, yeah, I'm in here right now. It is kind of loud. So he's like, you in here? Hung up. Came out. This was like 8:20. I ain't leave Kitchen Kings about 9:45.
Oh, that's that day you posted that the story.
Yeah,
on your, Instagram, right?
Yeah. And he was telling me we had a pod before the pod, damn near. But I could tell I was going to do it. Once again, that's that business, building relationships. Once again, before we started, he bought 4 shirts. So you see how that worked, how the relationship and business work? It just go hand in hand. But anyway, I was saying that to say, he was saying in his story that, a lot of them, they don't make it out. So even to have the doctor or the boxer that did make it, and him being the drug dealer, whatever the case may be, I just feel like it's the telltales of life chances, different places. Now, one did get killed. The boxer got killed, but he was the champion before he got killed. The doctor, the dentist, and PJ now is a business owner who you can learn from your mistakes. So there is that. But I think his story was dope in the sense of, like, he was like, school wasn't for me. So at 15, he went Job Corps and finished early and got his trade. But he came back and he used that money to buy drugs.
Yeah.
And that's why he started selling drugs. But mind you, he out of school now. He got everything he need to go. But I think even that decision making, I feel like kids don't make now. Like, school not for me. What else can I do to be productive? Mm-hmm. It's more, so I'm still gonna go. I'm just gonna disrupt everybody else's life. So.
Yeah, bro. Before we get off, I got to talk about some head ass shit. Which one I want to talk about though? Which one you think? A or B? Pick A or B.
B.
All right, B. B is for Belly. One of the worst movies of all times.
I agree.
Oh, you agree with me for the first time? That's not fun, dog.
I'm not a Belly fan.
Damn, dog. I thought you would have liked Belly.
I didn't understand the movie. I couldn't really follow it when I was younger. I watched it a few times when I was older. I couldn't get that time back. I'm not crazy about Belly, bro.
You shocking me with this one. You normally don't agree with me when I be having my list. None of the rappers in
Belly you ever hear me talk about.
You said what?
None of the rappers in Belly you ever hear me talk about. Not one of them.
Oh, you don't fuck with DMX or Nas? You like super New York nigga to death though.
Nah, you got me confused with a nigga like JG. Shout out to JG. You got me confused with him. Like, he fully down, up north down. I don't be on that type of time.
Sometimes you do, bro.
It depends what you're talking about. If you asking about Juice, some shit, I love Juice. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I like the movie Juice.
Yeah, that's another overrated movie.
It's not overrated. It's biblical. That's the Bible. I'm telling you. Juice is the Bible, man.
Bro,
you done been through Juice, nigga. So
only good thing about Juice is Tupac's boots and that gun. Juice slick a horror film too.
Life a horror film, bro.
Nah, life ain't that bad. That nigga Pac got that goddamn little 38 and start going crazy.
Call one of your friends. I can tell you something different. Life be that bad for niggas. One of them niggas outside. Life be that bad for niggas, bro.
Nah, it don't be that crazy. Niggas be making like bad, bro.
Bro, I'm not trying to be funny. That's a horror film. I'm dead ass. That's that werewolf shit, bro. That shit crazy. Niggas be clean cut, nice job, all this type of stuff, and then just be strung out, drunk, broke, stink, lost weight. That shit scary.
See, when you say it like that, I see, yeah, you right, dog.
But I'm happy you can find light in that tunnel, but, that shit crazy.
When you say it like that, I know a lot of people like that, too.
I know you do. I talk to you a lot, so I know for a fact you've been through Juice a lot of times.
Yeah, you're right, dog. Because sometimes me and you will be on the phone and it just...
Yeah, I know.
A lot of shit be going on.
I'm blessed. I be blessed, bro. I'm happy in my life. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't nobody else's life. I'm good with my life. I'm good with how it go, bro. Sometimes I be want to be sad and shit, like sad for maybe stuff happen, but nah, there's people got it worse than me. So I'm good.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that's all we got, man. Appreciate you coming on the pod, bro.
Appreciate you.
Plug the shirt too before we go.
Oh yeah. It's limited edition, so by the time this come out, it'll be Tuesday. Be like, you only got 24 hours to buy a shirt. Cash App, More Than Masters podcast, well, More Than Masters rather. Slim did a good job on these shirts, man. For the live show on August 31st, 3 to 6 p.m. at Icons. So shout out to me, shout out to Slim for the creation of the shirts. Did a great job. Shout out to Dorian Harris for setting up the event. And then shout out to the hat. You see the hat? You know what hat this is, right?
Yeah, that shit fire.
Yeah, he dropped it off yesterday. I'm gonna I got a bunch of stuff. He dropped a bunch of stuff off. It's a hat, it's like 3 shirts.
Yeah, that nigga should have brought me one too.
Nah, yeah, hey man.
I know he making shoes and bags too now too.
I might be shoes now. It's a big box, so I ain't open everything. That motherfucker was heavy. Yeah, it's in my trunk. I was gonna bring it, and I said I'm gonna do it. My thing aloud or something like that. I'll give him a special one. He ain't do it for that reason though, but he did. He was like, you'll let me know if it's nice or not. So yeah, shout out to Carl, man. Good dude right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it, man. We out.